What's up, everybody? This is Jeannie Foe, the one and only African superstar. Big shout outs to the family. I'm in the building tonight. Big shout outs to the African superstar family. Please make sure you like the stream if you're happy to see me. It has been a long time. I've been really busy recording brand new music, so we're in the process of doing all the things that go into a new album. I've recorded so far this year about 13 new tracks. Yes. Special shout outs to Ajike who came to the first Welcome to Ghana tour. She got to hear some of those unreleased tracks at our concert. So big shout outs to her. I do want to make you aware we have another upcoming tour October 21st through the 27th. Anybody who's interested in coming to Ghana with me and Mr. Taye Uhuru, make sure that you head on over to tayeahuru.com. The information is in the box below. And get your reservation in. Tonight I want to talk about just because you wouldn't change the world doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. For people that are conscious, people that are leaders, people that are passionate and all of those things, sometimes the gravity of everything that's going on around us really affects us, and we get to thinking like, well, whatever I do, it's not going to make a difference. I don't have a lot of money, I don't know a lot of people. How can I impact and how can I do all these things? And so you will maybe be discouraged by the fact that you feel whatever action you take, you're damn if you do, damn if you don't. Tonight, what I want to talk about is just because you wouldn't change the world doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go in the right direction. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to make change, create change, or be influential. I kind of want to talk about my own journey, tonight, and how one woman, who wanted to stay Black and true, one woman who wanted to represent Black women well and intelligently, one woman that wanted to provide a resource to my peers and exposure, and one woman who wanted to be inspiring, and all of those things, how that person started with the limited resources, just a cell phone, just my voice, whatever, and has now effectively impacted thousands of people, through my journey. And it's so gratifying, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing to hear from some of you guys about the impact that what I'm doing has created for you. And when Ajike was here with us in Ghana, she was talking to me about that, and I realized to myself that, here is someone who has just experienced her first visit to the continent with me, and believed in me, trusted me, invested in me to provide that service for her. It's very, very profound when you think about it. But you cannot be discouraged by the fact that you feel that the problems are overwhelming, because indeed the problems are very overwhelming. The problems both here in Africa and out in the West are totally overwhelming for conscious Black people. And it's kind of like, what can I do? What can I do that would even be a drop in the ocean when it comes to these problems? I assure you that the efforts that you make, if they're genuine and consistent, they will have some level of impact. Even if they only help one person, even if, you don't become wildly famous or rich from your efforts or whatever, like, that information is so valuable. And I think I mentioned on the channel, I'd say probably a couple months ago, I was randomly reading some comments on Facebook, and it was kind of this conversation about, there was a Black American, and he was talking about, all the excuses you guys use about why you can't come to Africa, you can't afford it, and it's so far away, and blah, 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 blah. And this person randomly said in the comments, well, if the African superstar can do it, then it can be done. And it was an emotional moment for me because I realized that I've now kind of become a benchmark. I've now kind of become an example to people as far as, doing things in a non-conventional way, having longevity, having success here on the continent. I had a meeting today with my girlfriend, Erin, and she's from Louisiana. Big shout outs to her today if she sees this video. And, we were talking about the fact that we are the first in our family to live and reside in Africa. In her case, she said she's the first person in her family that has left the state, traveled outside of the state. She's the first in her family to graduate from high school. She is the first for many things. And I told her, when you get to those situations, you literally become an influential person to people in your studies. A lot of people act like they don't see you. And a lot of people act like they don't hear you. But trust me, they're always watching. And once you start experiencing success, they're watching even more because they want to see what you did and they want to see how you did it. Oftentimes, they will discourage you in the beginning. They will be negative. They will have low expectations. But once you demonstrate that you is about it, then the tune changes a little bit. I think that it's important for people to focus on implementation more than anything else. Save yourself, figure out how to manifest your own dreams and manifest achieving the things you want. And the other things are going to be a byproduct. I obviously came to Ghana for me. Ghana's good for me. This is the place I love. This is a place I'm happy. I like the weather. I like the food. I like the vibes. I came to Ghana for me because I had already determined that this was going to be a good place for me. However, my journey here in Ghana has been so beneficial to so many more people than me. Now I'm doing music and it's just fascinating, unbelievable to see how I've blossomed here into another chapter on the continent. So I'm not going to be here too long with you guys today. I don't see anybody in the chat room so far. Nobody's here, technically. But I didn't want to send this message out to you because I know that this is a woe for leaders. This is a woe for movers and shakers. You always think, does what I'm doing even really matter? Oh, big shout. Okay, there's one person there. Big shout outs to Go Taste and See. I see you there, sweetheart. Shout outs to the family. Yes. If you guys are on code, you should already know what to do. You've been watching me for a long time. You know what to do. I'm not even going to tell you. Big shout outs, guys. I see you there. I see y'all popping up. Hi, family. Good to see you all. Yes, I'm alive and well. I'm doing fantastic. Working on brand new music. I just don't even got time for this YouTube thing all like that. Hello. Yes. But I did want to check in because I was having this thought today and I thought that it would be beneficial to pass on to you guys. The problems are insurmountable. The problems are huge. And it's frustrating to think that you really have to oh yeah, good to see you. It's been a long time. Big shout outs to Quincy. Yeah, we went out to Shy Hills, I believe, when she purchased some land in Shy Hills, and I was with Sister Ya. So big shout outs to her. Big shout outs to her. But yes, I just want to send this message, like I said, because you look at the problems and you feel kind of powerless. So many things are wrong, and you just like, does it even matter? Does my efforts matter? Shout outs to you guys. If you guys have ever felt that way, just put a number 1. You feel like you're pedaling backwards. You feel like everything you do, it's not, it's not going to solve these problems. It's not going to solve racism, and it's not going to solve the communication barrier, and it's not going to solve the negative images in the media, and it's not going to solve colonialism, and it's not going, there's so many things that are happening to our people that are part of a well-oiled machine, that would take probably at least a decade or two to undo those things. And you see that they're not even being addressed. Now here in Ghana, we see foreigners coming in and acquiring lands, and it's just like, no, guys, this is the wrong way to go. Like, we don't want history to repeat itself. But you're only one man and you're only one woman, and you have limited means, and you are not in these high positions to really affect change on a huge, massive level. You got to just start with what you can do. And once you can focus on your own self and free yourself, potentially, I'm telling you, that is enough testament to the people around you. That's enough. That's more than talking to them. Talking to them ain't going to get it, because a lot of our people talk. A lot of our people talk incessantly and they do nothing. So talking is not any type of resolution. What is different is walking it out. And walking it out is the example that it will get their attention. I'm pretty sure for me, when I dropped my first song, people were like, oh, okay, the African Superstar is doing a song. Okay, whatever, whatever. I came out with a music video. They're like, okay. Now it's been 2 years. Now I've won awards. Now I'm performing internationally. Now I'm doing, I have some collab projects with some really talented artists. I keep on anteing up, and it will make people stop and take an attention to me and say, you know what, let me check out this girl, because, she's doing a lot of stuff. She's accomplishing a lot of stuff. She's winning awards. She's being recognized. And so I say all this just to kind of encourage those of you guys on your walk out there. I'm always thinking about the winners. I'm always thinking about the freedom fighters. I'm thinking about the real Pan-Africans out there that, love the continent, want to be here, want to see great change for the continent. Don't be discouraged with your little realm of influence. Don't be discouraged with it. It's massive. A lot of our people have terrible inferiority complexes, okay, and low self-esteem and all of that. It's very powerful to see someone from their demographic achieve and do stuff, because sometimes people feel so inept, they feel like they can't do anything. And so when you do it, that you become a motivation to people. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. You literally become a motivation, because they look at you and they're thinking like, if she did it, I can do it. Big shots. Coach Kiaria is in the building. She says, yes, I started by business with my phone when I was in Ghana. I got to speak to a congregation because of you. I was able to travel to Ghana. Big shout outs to you. You are making a difference. I pray I am too. Big shout outs to Coach Kiaria. Thank you for sharing those encouraging words from me. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then, as the saying goes, each one teach one. It is also important to, I'd say, for those of us that are in leadership positions, or those of us that are influential, we should be also directing some attention to the youth, because the youth is where it's at, and we should be making influence with them. And so for me, when I go to Ohio, I always reach out and try to do presentations at schools, meet with the young people, kind of spend a bit of time with them and all of that, because it's important for us to also open their eyes. They're in pivotal situations in their life, and they're trying to determine their future. And this information is valuable for some of them. Some of them are going to take the information that we provide, or our example, and that's going to be kind of a milestone for them. Trust me. I think a lot of us probably had adult figures we looked up to when we were growing up. Either it was our parents, or maybe another relative, a pastor, maybe a celebrity, maybe a historical figure. We looked at that person, kind of idolized them, held them in high esteem. Maybe we modeled our life a bit after them, tried to do some of the things they did, try to go to the same schools, try to, take the same career paths. And that's what all I'm saying. When more of us decide that we as individuals want to be accountable We as individuals want to be leaders. We want to be examples. Right now, we live in a culture where everybody passes the buck. Nobody takes accountability. Oh, me, you got celebrities making millions of dollars saying, well, nobody should watch me. Nobody should look at me. Bruh, why wouldn't they look at you and watch you? Okay, you're on TV, you're making music, you're famous, you're an athlete, you're making loads of money. Of course, they're going to look at you and want to mimic what you do. But we have a lot of irresponsible, unaccountable adults that don't want to be leaders. Some of us, we have the grace to be leaders. We shouldn't be ashamed of it. If we believe in ourselves and we believe in the journey that we are traveling, we should never be ashamed to share that information and or encourage other people to take our lead, to take our example and follow our lead. I am solid. I'm solid on my decision to come to Ghana. And that's why I can come here on YouTube and through social media and promote the continent, because I believe in Ghana. I've seen the change and the effect on me and so many other people. And that's why I can come and do it. It's not like I'm living here in Ghana and I'm ashamed to talk about it. It's been good to me. That's why I'm promoting it to you guys. That's why I'm saying, hey, give Africa a try. Come check it out. Come and travel, With that being said, commercial break. I do have an upcoming tour. If you guys missed my tour in March, shame on you. But there's still time to get booked in for my October tour with Mr. Taye Uhuru. I do want to preface, these tours are limited time only. I'm not probably going to be doing them for years and years. So if you really want to have a tour facilitated by me, make sure you get your spot today. You can go to www.tayeahuru.com. I've posted a little guys. Technical difficulties. Hey, yes. I was talking about my tour. See, they don't even want y'all to come to Africa. They do not want y'all to come to the motherland. Man. Damn. But like I said, I do have an upcoming tour. It is October 21st through the 27th. If you missed my first tour back in March, you're not going to want to miss me in October. You do get a lot of perks by coming on our tours. You get a traditional photo shoot with authentic Kente cloths. You get a welcome to Ghana concert. You're going to tour several cities while you're here in Ghana. All-inclusive hotels, transportation, meals. It's a really, really great deal. Facilitated by people you can trust. Facilitated by world travelers. You know what I'm saying? Resident of Ghana. Yes. So, sorry about the technical difficulties. My bad. But at the end of the day, the moral of the story is, guys, don't be discouraged on your specific journeys. You know, focus on implementation, you know, and if you do that, the rest will fall into place. And you'll be surprised, like I said, the people that warn against you the most, the people that have the most criticism of you and your decisions to explore a continent, move to the continent, and you know, those things, those people are the ones who'll be the quickest converts. You know, soon as they see it's working for you, next thing you know, hey, can you tell me about Ghana? Can, you know, when's your next trip? Or I'm coming in town. Can we meet up? You know, it's always those individuals, the people that have kind of tried to knock you off your block. So don't be discouraged on what you guys are trying to work on. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you're not a member of our channel and you like my content, please make sure you subscribe. Also, just to let you know, the platform is still demonetized as it stands. So if you wish to support our content, you'll have to do that outside of YouTube. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. You can send support through PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle. And again, you can go to Taye Uhuru. If you're interested in our upcoming tour, you can book your spot, put your deposit in, or you can pay in full. And we will start preparing to receive you in October. I look forward to seeing some of you guys there. Yes. Definitely African Superstar music fans. You want to be in the building. Concert was lit last time. I put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? One-man show. It was just me. I rocked out for like probably hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So I will hope that some of our family members will join us here in October and experience Ghana with the one and only African superstar and Mr. Taye Uhuru. Big shout outs, guys. Thank you so much again for your time today. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.